Yo. First indeed. Alright. First indeed. Alright, so today there's multiple things I need to do. Really, the world is my oyster on this one. So but I think I'm gonna pick the more fun route. I think I'm gonna be doing some abyss contracts and then rift. Yeah. Either way I need to rift because I need 5 gold medals to get my 5th piece of Tribunus gear and get my second Tribunus set effect, right? So that is going to be a pretty big upgrade once I get it. I do think I'm gonna get the cape next though, like just replace the Centurion one. Even though technically speaking it's not the biggest like replacement, it is going to be the biggest like upgrade in terms of raw stats from the soul binds, so that is probably what I'm gonna be doing. I can also grab an earring just for the eye level, right? Yeah. I guess I'll see. I have until probably tomorrow or something to think about it. Okay, either way, let's get started. I guess I'll start with middle rush, yeah. So I have 1 set of contracts to do in lower and 2 sets in middle. Look at this guy. Let me buy this. Wrong guy. And I'm not used to the Aegis side. Where's the contract guy here? Oh, he's here. Alright. I wonder why these are not just stacking, but okay. Alright, so I'll take that. We do want to get stigma shards if we can help it, because I need a lot of stigma shards. Like this is pretty good. Fine. The stigma situation is a little bit crazy for sure. That's fine. The Pujari sucks ass, but the key and the I'll run the risk. Sure. That's fine. There's a gold as well. That's pretty cool. These are like 700k now, so you do take those. In fact, I'll take the guaranteed 6. It's fine. Hello, La Para. Okay. Alright. Where are we going? Each side? Alright. So we're gonna be doing abyss contracts, we're gonna be doing rifting, maybe we'll do some dungeoning on the Cleric. Either way, there's no ult shenanigans today. There's pure, raw, unfiltered Cleric action. Yeah, hopefully we get a little bit of PvP on the way. There's a dude over there. What are you? 7th class. Eh. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang in here. These mobs are pretty easy to kill. But yeah, I had the occasion to do a bit more PvP and so on and so forth, so I do have a bit of a better grasp as to how the patch has been doing, right? And I gotta say, I am playing very close to how I was playing on Iron 1, at least for Cleric, right? Against a lot of classes. So it is definitely an improvement, although some classes do feel... I mean, it's basically what I was expecting, that what would happen has happened, right? In a sense that some classes are really popping the fuck off with the new TTK and the new stigmas, right? Yeah, first class. Oh, dude. Namely, Elementalist is really oppressive right now. Like, it's really incredibly oppressive. Like, I don't really see... I mean, really, if it's a purely 1v1 scenario, right? Like, you're just stuck in a room with just a guy, right? Then maybe as a cleric you can kite out the Ancient Spirit, you can do stuff like that, right? But when it comes to like open world roaming and everything, like Elementalist kind of blows cleric out of the water right now. Like, it really does. Like, I'm talking like actual Elementalist, right? Like actual juiced... Jenny can be bothered. Like actual like full-on juiced Elementalists. Not, you know, not the bots. Also the ones that play properly, right? Like the one that actually runs the spell and try to taunt and seal you. Like these Elementalists are chilling right now. They have nerfed Templar a little bit. I haven't encountered too many Templar, but Templar has felt very... how to put it? Like, manageable, if that makes sense. Like, the damage has felt manageable. Like, you can hold your Defiance, right? But grab the not cancel the stun, that's interesting. I'm guessing it's just a random fucking mob that actually need from here. I'll move up ahead. But yeah, all in all, in general, right? That TTK change is like really great. It's really doing some nice stuff. The PvP, I like it. They still need to figure out a few things. Like the life leech situation is a bit stupid, but for the most part, honestly, I'm a big fan. What the fuck do I need here? That isn't showing up on the thing. I mean, maybe I just need to go to the other side. Oh, it's this guy. There it is. But yeah, I know some people are gonna, you know, cry about the fact that fights actually take a while and you actually have to play properly, but honestly, so far, it feels like it is working how it should be. Like, you can't just roll your head on the fucking keyboard anymore. Like, you legitimately need to work around DCs and covers and so on and so forth to kill someone, which is good. Brother, like, why are you coming? I'm still hesitant when it comes to the stigma situation. Like, I'm pretty happy with Earth Wrath, but I am considering running Root as well. Like, Root, considering how long the fights are, like, you would be able to use Root multiple times a fight to, like, use it to have more breathing room and so on and so forth. So it is definitely an interesting thought, right? So I might try to run it at some point. Also, still need... I'm also probably gonna be trying to do some arena as well at some point. See how it feels in like a proper 1v1 environment. Because obviously one of the problem with Abyss is that longer fights also mean that you end up getting zerged, right, before the fight ends a lot of time. Like, if you're fighting against like actual proper opponents, like not these guys, like this guy is like 500 eye level under me, so that can't even be looked at, to be honest. I'll just go to the other side. Oh wait, it's just that the circle is bugged for some reason. It's only the... okay, gotcha. So the patch is good? Yes. The patch is really good. Net positive. They do still need to like iron out a few things, right? But like this patch is a net positive. Also, I was really disgruntled with the new Cleric stigma. Like it genuinely, like the new Cleric stigma was just bad, right? But the fact that they removed it, they combined it into light of protection, and we're gonna get a new stigma, like I could not have asked for more. Cleric is trash? No, Cleric is not trash. Cleric is not trash, but you definitely have counter classes now, if that makes sense. Which is fine, right? Like, I don't think anyone should expect to have an easy time against every class. Like that's just not how PvP games work, right? Like, in my experience, from what I thought, Cleric is struggling the most against Elementalist and Assassin right now. Like these are the two that are, at least for me, giving me the hardest time. The rest has felt manageable, although, I mean, when you're fighting a Templar, it's basically like an infinite fucking fight, right? Like the fight just takes forever. But no, I wouldn't say that Cleric is trash. It just obviously does a lot less damage now. Namely, Divine Aura doesn't do a lot of damage now. So I will say that if they're going to add a new stigma to Cleric, right, with the removal of the self-res, I do think the stigma they should add should be like Noble Energy, personally. Yeah. Or at least like something that gives us like at least a burst window, right? There's a bug where they have the Cleric's damage. It's not a bug, it's just the new TTK. Like every class does a lot less damage now. Like it's not just a Cleric thing. And they also fixed the bug that made Divine Aura do a lot more damage than it was intended to. Which is why the Divine Aura is doing less damage now. Like the patch they did yesterday changed the damage formula in PvP. Specifically in PvP, right? So basically everyone does a lot less damage. Basically it brought the TTK closer to that of Iron 1, basically. Like I would say the TTK right now is, I would say, about on par to, I want to say the 3.0 era of Iron 1. At least from what I've seen. Oh yeah, right, these ones have infinite fucking health, I forgot about that. Which honestly isn't a bad thing. Now obviously with this game, people are not used to this, and also... Alright, there's a fucking group. People are not used to this, and also there's the whole fact that because the zones are so small, like, if you have longer fights, you're a lot more likely to get zerged and stuff like that. So... it's gonna feel weird for most people for a while, right? But... yeah, it's a net for... that TTK is still fast. That was 4 people attacking me. And also I did not defend myself. But I did a bunch of PvP earlier today and a bit yesterday as well. And let me tell you, like, I've had fights that lasted for upwards of 7 minutes against players in like full Horn Dragon gear, basically. Oh well. I'm paralyzed. Well, that's unfortunate. Like, I had a fight with a Chanter earlier, like a 5-star Chanter that lasted for deadass 7 minutes. Which is in line to like how support fights went on Iron 1, right? Yeah, I mostly just need the witches, although I think there's witches over there. Chantas can stun lock you forever. I mean, it's just like N1. You're not supposed to use your Defiance until you absolutely need it. Like, basically the way you fight Chanta as a Cleric right now is you hold your Defiance until you have to use it. And then when you use your Defiance, you wait out the 5 seconds buff. And then you invuln, and then after the invuln you use a status resist scroll, and then after the status effect scroll you dodge roll every time the stuns Chanta, like the Chanta stuns come back, right? And then when you do that, by the time you do all of that, your Defiance is back, right? Like you rotate your new steel properly, so on and so forth. What is your status resist? 93%, something like that, I believe. Like, basically, you're supposed to, like, spread out your cooldowns and rotate stuff properly, which is how it should be, right? Like, that's how the game should be. Instead of just being Le Mao XD, I just press all the burst buttons, and if it doesn't work, then I kill myself. Like, that was just fucking hot trash. Now you actually have to think. It's the same when you're fighting gladiators, right? Like, when you fight gladiators, you hold your Defiance, you wait for them to use their Zickles, you use seals on Zickles as much as you can. And then same thing as for Chanta, right? Like, you hold your Defiance, when you can't hold it anymore, you use it. At the end of it, you invuln. At the end of that, you use a anti-stun scroll, right? You try to dodge roll the gap closer, like both the stun one and the damage one. Like, it's very playable. Like, so far, I've been able to beat capped gear players of like every class with this patch. It just, number one, takes a while, and number two, some classes are definitely harder than others. Like, again, Elementalist right now feels a bit unbeatable as a Cleric because of the way their kit functions, because like you're so reliant on buffs as a Cleric that a class that just gets rid of all of your buffs like that and can also cover a seal and also has a burst window with Ancient Spirit just kind of fucks you up. It just kind of like fucks you up, right? So Elementalist is very hard. Should I get a weapon with PvE stat, or should I go for the best item level I can get? It depends if you're just starting out, right? If you're just starting out, you can just get a Bakama weapon and then eventually upgrade into something else, right? Depends on the class, depends on what you're trying to do, right? The big reset from Thrice. Thank you for the prime, brother. Appreciate it. It's a bit like Chanta back in the day. Yeah. And like, Elementalist is able to cover you really fast. Like, I've had a couple of Elementalists just engage with double dot dispel, and then the dispel seal covered, and then with the debuff removal, like, that's GG's, right? Like, Elementalist is really strong right now. Can I confirm with you that since they nerf gold medals and put gold medals into weekly, only 3, it's still enough to 2 gold medals? Yes. So it depends on the way you're looking at it, right? Because if you do the platinum medals dailies, the weeklies right now, you're also able to downgrade the platinum medals into golds, which would be an additional 6 gold medals, right? So it depends, right? Because the thing is, I think most people were not buying the platinum medals because you need to be a general. But now you actually have access to the platinum medals, right? And because you have access to the platinum medals, you can either stack up the plats, or you can dissolve them into golds, which in turn would mean you're actually making more golds per week. So, yeah. I'm copying an outdated build. What's the show game? I want to see it. It's the name is on screen, right? I mean, if you're trying to like run evasion on Cleric, then yeah, it's definitely outdated. Like, evasion was like week 2 of Cleric, right? Nowadays, it's just... I think most Clerics are running right now like Dex, Crit Res, Defense, Immortal Veil. For me, I'm running Regen, Status Effect Resist, Immortal Veil, right? What happened to IELTS books that were around 1 mil? What happened is that they added weeklies that just give you 6 IELTS bolts per week. So basically people are filling out their IELTS bolts without needing to buy them, right? It's like both for ults and mains, like you just get so many Ariel bolts for free every week now that people are just selling them. And because people are selling the ones they used to use, it floods the market, there's less demand as well. And what happens, happens. I didn't check that price, other than the price spiked. No, it got halved because there's a lot less demand, right? And there's a lot more on the market. Not sure if I can be around for bosses. I mean, it's like, how many bosses? Like 10, right? So I'm assuming Nama probably counts, right? So you just have to like look out for a couple of Argos a week, right? Like there's 2 Argos a week, you basically need to get like 1 every other day. Top viewers. Holy shit, dude. It's top viewers, guys. About around 20. Yeah, I never bought Ariels. And I'm glad I didn't because I'm already basically down now. Okay, well that was interesting. But you know, overall, like this patch isn't that positive. Now, obviously, it makes for a lot. You basically have a lot longer fights when you're fighting someone of like equal or higher gear than you, which I think is good. Longer fights means more skill expression. It means that classes are able to cook more, right? More setup. So it leads to much more interesting situations. How to get the camera open? I don't see on the loot table. It's from Cradle, right? The 2.8 weapon. Now, if you're just starting out, then don't worry about it. Just work on reaching at least like 2.8, 3k combat power before you worry about your final gear, and just grab whatever gear you get on the way there. Running the burst dot build? Yeah, no, there's no bursting on Cleric right now. Your big resub from Raked. Look at that. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you for the prime as well. Did something happen on Taiwan? What do you mean? That was everything, right? Yeah, okay. All servers are green, I'm not used to that. Oh, are they? They were still closed when I checked earlier. Oh, do you mean just the dot, right? I mean, it is getting a bit late for Taiwanese, right? So it's not out of the question for people to be doing this. Also, I believe there was a ban wave earlier today. I believe so, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was a ban wave. I don't remember what I didn't read what it was, like why people got banned, but I do believe I saw a ban wave, yeah. Shanta might be a bit too much. If you want to follow me, we can do this, right? But brother. About a starting zone. What is your in-game name so I can trigger? It's the one you see here. I mean, I can just type it, right? Oh my god, my OBS is not linked anymore. Okay, let me go do it this way. And then you can just do this. There you go. What's up, player? Yo, Larry, how are you doing? How are you doing, big man? Not to go how good Sin is PvP now. Consolidate with Loping, yeah. I mean, I've seen like Loping Assassin thrive in this new patch, so like Sakura seems to be having fun, and like Sakura was definitely one of the guys that figured things were not gonna go over well for him this patch, so yeah. Brother, all that for that. Was doing and chatting what you do from Taiwan yesterday with Chromite daggers. His damage was insane. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying earlier, right? Like so far right now, like first impression with the new TTK and everything. Elementalist and Assassin are the two classes that I'm struggling the most against right now, by far, right? Yes, honestly, I'm not gonna stay with these guys fucking name class, dude. Yeah, I'm out of here. See ya. Have fun, brother. 50% max HP recovery is huge, honestly. Yeah. I mean, the thing with when you meet an assassin in the Abyss now is the poison, right? The poison they apply on you when they attack you is like a 44% anti-heal or something, right? So combined with the Abyss anti-heal, like that they have by default, bro, you heal, and because the assassin's poison is not dispellable, you basically can't fucking heal yourself against an assassin. And the thing is, the assassin just outlasts you, right? At least for me. Now, obviously, I'm guessing a lower ping cleric might be doing a bit better, but at least for me, yeah. So it's been feeling like this. Like a buffed assassin just kind of gets the edge, right, over the course of the fight. You have to Defiance really early. The Defiance doesn't heal you because of the poison. Like, yeah, it's pretty rough. Definitely pretty rough. Actually, I was actually low-key thinking about checking out the Reflect. The Reflect spec on Defiance. to see if it worked well against Assassin. Does the heal debuff in Abyss apply to life leech skill? Nah, I mean, I don't know if it does, but even if it does, it doesn't work properly. Like, DPS classes are able to just like turn around mid-fight, hit a mob once, and go back to full health. So that is one thing they absolutely need to look at, because it's really bad right now. Ah, brother. Like, if you're fighting someone with a brain, right, in the Abyss, as soon as they hit like 50% health, because you're not doing that much damage as a cleric right now, right? They can just turn around, like hit a couple of mobs, and then that's GG's, right? They're back to full health. Ancient Spirit damage is so insane, dude. Like, this is just a random SM, and like the Ancient Spirit was fucking me up. Like, I don't know what it is with this pet. Like, that's honestly the element of Elementalist that is the hardest to handle right now. Like, the Ancient Spirit is very troublesome. Like, I was actually thinking about trying to run the Root Stigma to root the Ancient Spirit and run away. To just have it time out, right? The only pet you level up? Yeah. Because like outside of the Ancient Spirit windows, the damage is still pretty high but manageable. Although I will say that Elementalist kit is like very good right now. Like the seal that applies after the spell lasts for so long that if the Elementalist has a brain and like let's say they come to you, right, they curse, they corrode, and then they dispel you, you're fucked. You're fucked. A week ago, rank 4 soldier SM pet one-shot me with backshot smite or something. Yeah. Like pre-TTK, the Ancient Spirit was just one-shotting you. Now, it doesn't one-shot you, but it's still very threatening. Yeah, I mean, SM Elementalists. Potato. But yeah, the other classes has been fine. It's just the fights are really long. Like Chanta has felt manageable. Like even the Dark Crush window on Chanta is like, it's manageable. Like I've had some really juiced Chantas, right, fight against me, and it still hurts, but you can get out of it, right? At least as a cleric, right? And deadass. Like, see, this guy is like using the Dark Crush window right now. Although obviously this guy's not like Omega yet, I don't think, but still. Like pre-patch, this shit would just have killed me in 3 Dark Crushes, right? So. You can't root Ancient Spirits, it's best to have some. Oh really? Damn. You can't even put the Iron One tech. Unfortunate. No, I didn't know pets had full CC immunity in PvP. Like I know pets were cracked in PvE, but I didn't know they have it in PvP too. Yeah, swap my build to sustain from the. Yeah, I mean the thing with Cleric is that my node is definitely cooked. I think I'm gonna have to change node. Like I'm getting mini spikes. But the thing with Cleric is that you're never going to out DPS anyone, especially not after this patch, right? So you basically want to bring fights into being battle of attritions, and because of Cleric's healing kit, like you basically want to gain terrain over the guy you're fighting, right? So having sustain is necessary for that. Because if you die too fast, then half of your kit is useless, right? Ah, there we go. That's everything, right? Okay. But yeah, Cleric is still good. It's just, it's a lot more inching towards the path of like, again, outlasting people rather than just like raw power. And it has counter classes now for sure. Like Assassin Elementalist like are definitely the main 2 counter classes to Cleric now. I went full glass cannon because my playstyle with solo assassin doesn't work now. Yeah. Before it used to, because the TTK was stupid, right? Like every class one-shot each other, it was fucking dumb. But now you actually like have to play properly. Damn, that sucks. Give me the asphalt board. Bruh. Give me the key at least. Okay, well, I guess I'll take that. He's actually pretty good now. Like, I will take a key for sure. Without full combo on they die. Don't even need the aura. I mean, pre-patch, the aura was insane, honestly. Now it's not as insane. Let's just say that. Okay, let's go to low abyss now. 1 gold medal, yippee! Like it's still, you know, sustained damage, but it's not as stupid as it used to be. And thank you for the follow, Shen. Is the player count still high on Korea and Taiwan? Yes. The player count is very high. Like the abyss zones are getting restricted all the time. Like there's still thousands and thousands of people like in siege every time. Like yes. No, the player base hasn't dropped at all. Oh wait, I need to I need to open my contracts before I do them. Would you figure, right? Right. Oh. I mean, that's such a good selection of... It's bait, but I'll take it, you know? Almost ran into the etheric field and died because of... Yeah, I keep doing this, actually. Like, even beyond the etheric field, I keep running into the guards on the opposite rings. Because every time I'm like, oh, that's home. Like every time I'm done doing something and I just want to return to base to open the contracts or something, then I keep doing this. It's so weird, yeah. It's very peculiar for sure. I mean, it's nice though, like, you know, a different perspective. I will say that. Yeah. It's giving a different perspective of the map and everything. Alright. Yeah, I do need to keep an eye out for the rift timing. Because I do need to do a lot of rifting this week, and I don't think the server we are matched against on the Eater side has a ton of people flagging, so I'm gonna need to be in the trenches for sure. But actually people farm from killing mobs. I only played the original Iron, but this one's different. I mean, it's kind of the same, right? Like, you're doing mobs for dailies, you're doing mobs to farm Kina, get golds. You can also farm pet souls for the pet system, right? For your genius insights. Like right now, I'm killing mobs to do weeklies. Like you see the purple icon? Like these are the contracts I just opened. I went for Rift earlier to get my 100 kills to guard his hard again. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Rifting is done for me, is it? I mean, they're gonna add more rifting content next week, so hopefully people are more motivated to go rift. Thoughts on Max Bolt? What do you mean Max Bolt? Like fully charging bolt? I mean, you really only want to fully charge bolt because uncharged bolt doesn't do damage. Level 20? Oh. Mine's level 16. I don't really see the benefit of level 20 bolt, right? Because like, what would you take as a third spec on this, right? Like, I have mobility, skill speed. I guess extra damage would be decent. Like, I'm not sure, right? Because Divine Aura obviously isn't as powerful anymore. Maybe running something else at level 20 other than Divine Aura would be decent, but I still think Divine Aura is fine, right? It's still like it's basically an extra dot. We pair with a dead server. Ah, well, there it is. That is the unfortunate thing with rifting. Yeah. Yeah, server matchmaking is definitely like influence how good rifting is or not. But again, once again, hopefully the content they add next week is going to motivate people to do rifting more. I don't know if making the left click is good. I don't use it because, like, I barely use left click because weaving with left click on Cleric with high ping is terrible. It's a DPS loss. Especially because, like, you're already weaving condemnation, right? So I do still use the left click every now and again, like if I don't have condemnation or I want to proc Theostone on someone that's, like, you know, running away or something. But other than that, I don't run left click. Although left click might be a bit better now, like it did get buffed, so. But at least for me, I don't use it. Like the quote-unquote popular level 20s, right? Is Radiant Recovery, obviously. And then it used to be Divine Aura. I still think there's value in Divine Aura. I have a right click as well. I think people run a lot of condemnation for the root proc. Some people run the multi-hit, some people run the root, right? I do think both are valuable if you want to run that. Especially since me personally, I'm running the Earth Wrath now. All of these guys are in class. I'm running Earth Wrath, so my condemnation always crits, so I think forced multi on that could be good. I don't know. Animation hurts, yeah. I mean, it is like one of your main tools to DPS. That's done. Like mine is 16 right now, but running it at 20 later down the line is not completely out of the question. It's gonna depend on like how everything evolves. Right now I'm not so much focused on rerolling skills anyways. Like I'm content with what I have, but maybe later. We're fighting a weak server right now, just holding to see any changes on this season. Yeah. What Theo stun do you use? Stun Paralyze. And I run Impact type chance on my guard. You have a higher chance to proc stun. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Do they work on mobs? Yes. I mean, not bosses, right? I do run different Theo stuns in PvE. Like in PvE, I run bleed poison, right? Fighting a weak server right now, just hold and see if there's new change on the new season. I mean, the new season is gonna bring like a good helping of new changes, right? Like both for PvP and PvE. So yeah, I mean, if you're fighting a dead server, then yeah. Not use it to not one-shotting people. I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is better, right? Like that genuinely is just better. Do we really want to do this, dude? Like, just go away, bro. This is never gonna end. Like, this is don't be cringe. Thank you. One-shot meta is dumb? Yes. This is much better. Much better. Oh, it's Theostone, I see. I see. They do still need to, you know, iron out a few things, but overall, like, PvP actually feels like PvP in this game now, right? Like, it's not a complete fucking joke anymore. Because PvP before this patch was a complete fucking joke. Now it's a lot better. It is fucking so much better. Like, anyone that is upset that you don't one-shot people anymore is like genuinely a dumbass. Now they can finally bring forward like proper PvP content, and like PvP is going to be so much more fun, right? Like PvP is going to be so much more fun now that it's not just a stupid one-shot fest anymore. Now obviously gear differentials are still a thing, right? But like that's kind of inevitable with those types of games. They need to buff dots. I think it's fine as is, honestly. I genuinely think it's fine. It would be nice though to have a tool on Cleric to use those dots. Like, I wish we had something to cover. And look, I'm gonna be honest. If they're going to give us a stigma, because obviously we're gonna get a new stigma, right? Because they removed the self-res. Thank fucking god for that. If they're going to give us a stigma, I would like to get like a seal or something. I would love to have a seal. Yeah, I know having a seal is not the essence of Cleric, am I in one, right? But if I had to pick any one specific thing, I would love to have like some sort of CC. You still remember the PvP I went to first week? Yeah, dude. Not even close to being the same again, the same game anymore. And by the way, I genuinely think I'm gonna make a video about this. Like maybe even tomorrow. Like, just sit down, give first impressions on the patch, so on and so forth, right? Because there's so much to talk about. We need CC that actually stuns people. I don't think we need a stun because I mean, I guess you could argue, oh, Cleric has lightning. Lightning does stun, but I would love a seal. I would absolutely love a seal. Root is just underwhelming. Yeah, but hear me out, Yoko. Hear me out. If we have a seal, you can apply 2 dots, root, and seal on someone, and that completely fucking disables them. Even 2 dot and a seal would be enough. Like, if we get like a 6-second seal, that would be insane. A seal on Cleric, this is the kind of grade they talk about in the Bible. Look, man. I need this. What the fuck is the mob that I need? Is it just like getting insta-killed by those people like over and over again? Oh, it's just not here anymore. Okay. The minimap indicators is bugged. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, they did change a bunch of mob locations, so maybe there's a bit of jank for now. Okay, so I need one there though. There it is. Okay, I need the Nagas. But the thing is, right? And maybe you can give your opinion on this. What do you guys think they should add to Cleric? Because we are about to get a new stigma, right? So we're gonna get something completely new. What do you reckon they're gonna add? Because if you look at Cleric's kit, we don't need another heal. We don't really need like a shield or more mitigation because we have this now, right? Like, the 2 things we're missing is DPS and a CC, right? If you're just looking at like the broad kit at large, right? So it's either they give us noble energy and it actually fucks, or they give us some sort of CC, and I would personally prefer a seal. One thing I could see them as anything is a heal boost buff in order to rebalance healing. I mean, we don't need a heal boost though, because we do more healing in PvE than before now. And they nerfed healing in PvP areas for a reason, you know? We need DPS. Yeah. DPS is so outscaled compared to other classes now. The thing is, I don't really want to comment on DPS because I have high ping and I don't have a Horn Dragon weapon. Like, obviously my DPS is low right now, but I'm assuming that really high geared clerics probably don't have as much of a problem. So that's why I'm not really commenting on it. But I would definitely like something of that nature. Yeah. That was all the contracts, right? Okay, nice. So I guess we got some Asphalt Gambas. We have a key. I still need to kill a few mobs. Dude, I have 3 Asphalt Gambas, bro. Please. Please, dude. How much is it in the auction house now? Damn, 10 mil. Dude, please. Come on. I've seen what you've done for others. This shit is going on the market. Presto, brother. Yeah. I will take that. A 100% though. Okay, so I do need... I mean, I might as well finish this, right? I need 700 more mobs, right? And then I need to do the Abyss boss. When's the Abyss boss? Wait. Where's Argos? There it is. 27 minutes. Dude, this fuck-ass boss is spawning at the same time as the Rift. Okay. I am able to do this and then go for the Rift, though. It's gonna be tight, but I'm gonna be able to make it. Yeah. So I guess I'll do that. I'm just gonna have roam for now. Right? Oh, yeah, let me grab the stigmas as well while I'm at it. 13 stigmas. Yeah, we win these, right? We're getting 6. Fuck it. We're getting 6 of them. I'll take 4. I will be taking 4. Yeah, increase that. Yeah. Alright, 3 more levels to have 100% uptime on this. I love this, by the way. I really like it. It's not the highest DPS, but it's pretty good. to increase your sustain while also doing DPS. Like it's pretty good, and it's also pretty good in PvE. So yeah, like obviously I've been thinking about Voice of Doom, but I do find that with the healing reduction we have in the Abyss, we don't really need Voice of Doom against Chanta, because if we get oh my god, if we get heal block procs against a Chanta, like they can't really heal themselves anyways, and they only have recoup, right? So it's not terrible. Like Arena's gonna be the same too, so okay. I'll go farm in the Argos area. Finish that weekly and then do Argos and go Rift. I will say though, I am looking forward to Sanctuary this weekend. Your huge damage. Big damn. And this attack speed. Bro is English. You can tell. Also, it's been pretty fun to watch Chantas and Gladiators that were literally one-button tricks just fucking die with this patch. Like the Glads that have tried to kill me with the overhead with this patch have been completely unsuccessful. You actually have to stun off people now, which is great. That is a great thing. I'm glad that the one button trick kind of ended up not working anymore because of that change. Okay, I'm listening. Like, see, this guy just engages with it. What do you do now, buddy? What do you do now? Oh, here's the invuln, XD. Maybe a second Divine Aura. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, the second Divine Aura on Iron 1 was called Noble Energy, which is why I was saying that would be one of the options. One of our passives are defensive, yeah. Which, you know, it makes sense, right? Like, we play Cleric at the end of the day. Like, we should be able to defend ourselves, but obviously the class is more centered around healing and survival. Foreigner detected. Kick the Guardian to death, yeah. Hey, someone bought the cat. Yo, let me guess, you kitty bought the cat. let me take an educated guess. Oh, these are pretty tanky actually, compared to the other mobs. I didn't? Wow, really? That's like the one thing I would expect you to purchase. I am tempted though, of course you are. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is like... This is a cat. I don't know if you see what I mean, but like... This is the best looking cat I've seen in a video game. You know what I mean? Like... These cats are really high fidelity. I don't know, it's weird, right? More tempted to get the main dress in my Cleric, damn. Unreal Engine 5 cat, yeah, dude, it's like fucking DLSS 5 cat, dude. There it is. There's so many more mobs here. Nice. I mean, these mobs are pretty tanky, but I guess they also give more, right? So yeah, these give 2000 ki now. I guess they're like low-key middle layer level, right? I'm kind of running out of MP right now. The guy besides me. General, okay. I don't need to define this. Okay, I do need to define this. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, the amount of healing that you do with an assassin hitting you is like... It's 0 now. I'm fucking CC'd. I can't remove that. I guess the seal came from the fucking SM, because of course it did. Like, yeah, when the poison is active from an assassin, like, you basically cannot heal yourself anymore. And that shit, like, never goes away. Like, that's the big thing, right? Like, nasty ones for... Yeah. I mean, it's good, though. Like, I will say, even though obviously it makes the matchup, like, borderline unplayable, like, it's good. We should have... Every class should have classes that they struggle against, right? Like, that's just balance, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind having classes that I have a really tough time beating. Could put a heal block, resist or something. I think having anti-heals in the game is like healthy. Like, I guess maybe one thing they could do is make it so the healing reduction of the Abyss is multiplicative, you know? Like, instead of, like, being additive. Because right now, like, it just adds the anti-heals of other classes on top of the Abyss one, right? So... Like, they should make it so anti-heals that apply on top of that debuff should not close the gap, but instead, like, reduce the healing that you have left, if that makes sense, right? So instead of being 94%, it would be closer to, like, 70%, you know what I mean? Like, mathematically. I want to start the YouTube stream. Why is the bitrate so ass on YouTube? Because YouTube doesn't handle low bitrates as well as Twitch. Like, because Twitch is optimized for it, right? And like, I'm streaming with similar settings on both platforms. I am streaming with high bitrate on YouTube, but I don't really want my PC to die, so I can't really afford to do more than that. Yeah. Maybe later, right? Like, later down the line, maybe I can have like a multi-streaming PC. But this way the load isn't on my gaming PC, right? That is an option, but you know, that doesn't fall within the budget for now. Let's just say that. And this guy blew his invuln before I was even like hitting him. Like, you see gladiators like these, right? Like, this guy is only trying to do overhead slam. Doesn't work anymore. You have to stun me. Which is how it should be. Now, granted, this guy's not doing much damage. Like, he probably doesn't have gear, but... Yeah. Looks like Game Boy Advanced. Just 6 more years of Prime Sub for me and you're good? Yeah. I mean, the bitrate on YouTube is like... It's pretty bad, right? But it's not... It is watchable, right? And like, the main thing that I care about on the YouTube side is VODs, right? Because the Twitch VODs eventually go away, where the YouTube VODs never go away, right? So this way it archives everything on YouTube for posterity's sake, right? I mean, I'm getting so many golds. Crazy. Like, I do want the VODs on YouTube to be high quality, and I will eventually look into making it so, but for now, yeah. I'm just doing what I can, right? Like, my end game is the YouTube VODs to be really high quality, so I can just discontinue the Twitch VODs, right? So I don't have to care about it, right? And thanks for the follow, Grim. Appreciate it. But yeah, again, one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. Right now, I already have a lot on my plate. Hello, Grim. Hello, hello. I should be pretty close to done, actually. Like, there's pretty high mob density in there. Is Cleric good? Cleric is good, yes. Cleric is good. I would say there's no bad class, although some are definitely perhaps a bit behind in some aspects, yeah, in some respects. Like, to me, I still think Ranger maybe is missing something in PvP, although I don't know if this has to do with the fact that people are just not utilizing the Ranger skit as much as they could right now, or if it's actually a Ranger problem, but yeah. Like, I think Ranger is maybe missing a little something for PvP, and Gladiator is missing a couple of things for PvE as well, right? Like a proper taunt and a group buff, but other than that, I don't think there's a bad decision. I was playing Throne and Liberty. Well, so was I. I have 4,000 hours on Throne, so welcome to the better game. $4,000, yeah. I played all of the I mean, I guess you can call it the first season, right? Like the pre-Talon right? And then I played Talon release. I quit a bit after Talon released, and then I came back when the old patch hit to check out how things were. It was still bad, so I left, and then this came out. At 300, yeah, well, maybe I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit obsessive with my MMOs when I play them. Maybe just a little bit. Thoughts on ignoring yellow gear and just SMS for full send the red gear? Personally, I will never do red gear, right? At least I don't intend on doing so. And I'm doing fine as is, right? So. Oh look, an assassin that's jumping me. Yeah, I'm definitely dead from that. There's no way I'm coming alive from this. I mean, almost, but again, it's... The life leech is fucking stupid right now. Like, he literally hit hard goal on the mob and he was full health, you know what I mean? Like, this is a bit stupid. It's genuinely fucking ridiculous. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I would not go for orange crafts unless you can swipe, right? Like, the only orange craft you can go for is the weapon if you don't swipe. I like that. Have that as like a long-term goal, but other than that, yeah, do not bother. I'm getting a gut feeling that it will add some yellow gear to graph red gear. If they do, then yes, it is worth saving up for it. But until they do, it's just because the problem is, right, it's the problem isn't to save up, right? Like that's not the problem, right? Yes, great. Oh, I used the impact type troll, wasn't enough. The problem isn't saving up to get the mats, right? The problem is succeeding with the craft, because the craft is literally a 50-50, literally, right? So if you can swipe to make up for missing a craft, then, you know, whatever, it is what it is. But if you can't and you save up for like weeks to click the craft and then you fail it, that's devastating, right? And there's so many There's so many other things that you have to invest resources into before you want to focus on that. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't like care too much about this. When is daily reset? That is a good question. I have no fucking idea. Because there's so little things that actually matter with the dailies that I genuinely never give a shit about. I mean, I think you can check on the duty tab, right? Right there. Like, I think the duty tab tells you because it's actually daily based, right? You mean 8 minutes? Well, there you go. Huh. Well, I guess that works. Yeah, 7 minutes, there you go. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this weekly before the race, but I should be basically almost done with it. Alright. Just immediate restun on Defiance, yeah. That is another thing that I wish they would actually fucking patch out of the game. The fact that people can do that is, yeah. I wish something else was engaging me though, because like, Assassin is the one class where there's not much I can do. Like when an Absolution, like a level 20 Absolution heals you for 3k because of the Assassin poison, like, you know, it's pretty bad. Like Healing Light basically doesn't heal you at all. I need 28 more skins for empty closets. I did buy quite a few from Black Market Trial. What should I get that down? I mean, as I said, right, like, if you're missing skins, there's two paths. It's running the earlier dungeons, right? Because there's probably a bunch of skins that you missed from the cubes from those, and the black cloud. Like, that's it. Other than that, you can also look for like some cheap skins on the auction house. Like sometimes there's like, you know, blue skins from Gathering and stuff like that. That may have get through the crack. Also, make sure to do your skin fusing as well. Like skin fusing gets you a bunch of extra skins. Like, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it, really. Fucking hate these bots just speeding up together above you, dude. Kinda crazy how many gathering bots this server has though. Like every other server we've gotten matched against had no gathering bots at all in the Abyss, but this one has like infinite amount of them. You buy Abyss Gear and Exciting 2, you get... yeah, but I mean, I personally, well, I wouldn't necessarily do that, since... I mean, you're still basically sacrificing that 20% forever, right? Like, that's 20% of the AP you're never gonna get back. Which, like, could be equivalent to, like, a Stigma Shard or something, you know? But hey, if you're desperate, I guess that works, yeah. This node doesn't feel great. Let me try to change node. Because like this node has felt a bit laggy. Like before the boss, before the rift, like find something perhaps a bit better. Yeah. Oh, they're fucking closing my client, brother. That's cringe. Can't do that. Oh, good thing I fucking did it now. Okay, Argos is in like what, 5 minutes? I mean, I should be back in the game in 5 minutes. Like, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, in terms of skin, like, if you're really fucking desperate, I guess you can also buy, like, gold, right? Like, pretty much all of the golds are around 180k right now, right? And it's, like, a huge variety of, like, full sets of armor, weapons, and everything of, like, 4 different level range. So, like, those alone are probably around... There's probably, like, 40-50 skins or something you could get from those, right? Now, obviously, it is 180k per attempt, but, you know, if you're really fucking desperate, that is another thing that is available. Also, crafted equipment, right? Like the whites, greens, and the failed blues from crafted are really cheap. Yeah, everything is green. Interesting. Look at that. All right. Yeah, I think that feels a bit better. Yeah. All right. When's Argos? 3 minutes. All right, I can farm a bit more. I had to try the new Sanctuary World self-resurrection this week. Yeah, for real. It's not just the self-res, by the way. Like, it's also the extra damage tolerance that we have. Like, that's gonna make such a huge difference. Like, the 20% damage tolerance from Light of Regen is going to be quite massive. Is there PvP in this game? Yes. There is plenty of PvP in this game. It's pretty close to being the same split in terms of like PvE to PvP than there was in Iron 1. What kind? Pretty much all sorts of kind. Like there's arena, there's battlegrounds, there's open worlds, there's events. Like, yeah. It's pretty much all variety. It's not equalized now. Like, if you know nothing about the game, the PvP is not equalized, so you do have to farm for your PvP equipment, so on and so forth. Otherwise, you will be at a disadvantage. You know, typical MMO stuff. No, it's not equalized. It is not equalized. Like, grinding and working for your PvP gear is part of the endgame, basically. What that means? Oh, equalized PvP means that, like, in some games, PvP game modes, like arenas and stuff like that, have, like, normalized stats and skills and everything, right? So, like, everyone is on the same footing. Basically, equalized means that grinding doesn't matter, right? Like, gear doesn't matter, nothing matters. But this game doesn't have that. In this game, your gear, your build, everything matters. Is the world PvP pretty good? I mean, the Abyss PvP is really active. It has a few systematical problems, I would say, right now, but, you know, they are ironing things out, patch after patch. The Rifting PvP is pretty good, but there's a lack of incentive for people to roam around the map right now, so people are mostly hanging around the hotspots, right? Which is a bit of a problem. But next week, they are introducing new PvP content to Rifting. So hopefully that's gonna fix that. But yeah, other than that, like, it's quick, it's fast, it's snappy. If you die, there's not too many consequences, right? Like, but there is a reason to kill people for both the PvP currency that you use to... Oh, whoops. Okay. I'm gonna miss it. No. Okay, hit him. We're good. We're good. We're good. Almost forgot. Whew. Yeah, and now I need to exit to go do Rifting. What do you think Iron 2 is better than the TNL? I'm asking because of experience. Yeah, obviously, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? But the thing, okay, first I will tell you what I didn't like about TNL, right? So what I didn't like about TNL was how restrictive the game was, in the sense that the game both felt like you never had anything to do, but you also had too many things to do, in the sense that you could only really play the game during very specific timings during events, right? Like every hours or every 2 hours, something was happening for like 5-10 minutes, and that's when you did stuff, right? But you also had to attend all of these things, right? Which means that you were never free to just log in and do shit in TNL, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you still had to log in at very specific timings. So the game was very restricted because of that. Another thing I didn't like was that PvP was fucking useless. It didn't give you anything, right? Like, killing people in the base dungeons during the night gave you nothing other than just like KDA, basically. And the KDA was used for the rankings. And the rankings did nothing unless you were first to give you the weather skill. But then the weather skill was also useless. So, and then the world bosses, which were quote unquote the main attraction for the loot, because of the way the world bosses were. Also, let me just fix this real quick. The game fucked with my keyboard. Okay, there we go. Also, the way the world bosses were structured, with like the fact that it was such tiny zones where the PvP was active around world bosses, made it so being part of a guild to like conquer the boss and everything was not the right strategy to get loot on the world bosses. Like, going in like a fucking rat, hitting the boss, and then running out to the neutral zone was the best way to get loot. Which means that even guild PvP on world bosses was technically useless when it came to player progression. Like, I can tell you, I was part of a guild, right? We had the castle for months, right? We won the arc bosses, everything, and so on and so forth. And I never got more loot in Throne and Liberty than when I had my solo guild with like 2 other friends, and we were just raiding arc bosses for ourselves. Like we were getting arc boss weapons after arc boss weapons after arc boss weapons, with just the 3 of us diving the zone, hitting the boss, and then running out of the PvP area because of the way the contribution system worked, right? Like the PvP structure in Throne is fucking catastrophic. The arenas suck balls, right? Like the way the PvP in TNL doesn't work for small scale. Sieges are interesting, but sieges were solved within 1 month of the game came out. Like there's only so many things you can do to attack or defend the castle, right? So siege was fucking solved, and then it became boring. And also sieges give you no rewards that were worthy of any interest. Like, wow, I made 500 Lucent. Let me just play my ult for half an hour and make double that, right? You know what I mean? So the PvP structure in TNL felt terrible, right? It was really bad. The TTK was bad. The rock, paper, scissors system was really boring. It only boiled down to who has the better build and presses the CC fastest. And then the endgame loop of the PvP felt terrible. Like the arenas were bad, and that came from someone who grinded up to Imperator on season 1 and season 2, right? I didn't do it because I liked arena. I did it because there was nothing fucking else to do in the game. I also grinded for Eclipse, and it sucked ass. The Eclipse was so useless that I just dropped it. Like, and then the PvE in Throne had some potential, right? They were doing some interesting stuff with mechanics. But the fact of the matter is, the PvE was so imbalanced because of the class wackiness, right? Dude, the cards fuck me so hard. Like, the PvE balance was all over the place, so everything was getting cheesed, and then even if things were not getting cheesed... Let me just kill this guy, alright? There we go. Even fights that were not getting cheesed were getting abused one way or another, whether it's because, oh my god, you can stand on a chandelier with a max range build on Liberator and just cheese the boss's AI and never have to do any mechanic. Like, every single fight in the game got abused because of that, right? So the PvE was fucking dead content as well on Throne because of that. I'll go check the other village. So all of these are things I don't like in TNL. Now you take all of that on the flip side, on Ion, right? And the PvP has a point. Killing people gives you AP, and then you use that AP to buy PvP gear. There's a loop here, you know? And then even if you don't need the AP, you can kill people to grind the rankings. There is a point to grind the rankings because you get the ranking buffs, and then you get seasonal rewards that are actually quite good at the end of each seasons, whether it's through the open world PvP, the arena PvP, so on and so forth, right? The way the PvP is built into the game makes a lot more sense for smaller scale stuff like arenas and 4v4s and 6v6 and so on and so forth. Like, it just feels better. Like, the game's PvP in general is more intelligent than on Throne. It's not even comparable. And then the PvE in Ion 2 is like leagues above and beyond Throne. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's very stable. There's no cheesing. There's no insane power creep of current content, right? Like, Throne was getting power crept on content that came out like a month ago. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty bad. So yeah, like, this game is just a more polished one, right? Now, the one thing that Throne has over Ion right now is the large scale stuff, because Ion 2 doesn't have a lot of large scale PvP, admittedly. Although I will say, Ion 2 is ready to have large scale PvP. It can handle it. It's just a matter of, do they want to add it into the game or not, right? And also, a faction structure is always better than a guild structure for GVG, for ZVZ, right? Because a faction structure is inclusive of the whole server, whereas the GVG structure of Throne was so hermetic to the point where if you were not part of the top guild of your region, your guild was fucking useless. And then being in a guild felt like a fucking job, right? So if Iron 2 has large scale content, it's gonna blow Throne out of the water, and it's not even gonna be close. What are your two top MMOs for PvP? I haven't played many PvP MMOs, but the only PvP MMO that I've played that had even remotely competent PvP was Iron 1. And it's kind of not even close. Right, like every other MMO I've played that has PvP, we're not even close to Iron 1, to the point that they're not even worth mentioning. Now, I will say that Iron 2 is getting better, right? It's still not there. It's still significantly better than TNL. Iron 2's PvP is still significantly better than like games like WoW or 14 or TNL and so on and so forth. It's not quite at the level of Iron 1 though. That's the one thing that Iron 1 still has over Iron 2. I'm scared of the Devo meta happening. How tanky people are right now. I think the TTK right now is fine. It's more so a matter of people are going to have to adjust to not playing for DPS, but rather playing for disturbance, the same way they were in Iron 1. Basically the TTK has shifted to the point where you need to play this game like it was Iron 1, for the most case, if you want to be effective. Check Discord, let me see. Oh, nice, GG's. Yo, big upgrade, big upgrade. Huge. Felt like the game, very casual, very hardcore, seeing the public level shifts. Yeah. Like, there's a few things in Throne that I did like, right? Don't get me wrong, but overall, it was just not... To me, right? To me, it was just not it. Throne felt like a failed experiment. And then the other thing is that Throne had an identity when it came to the type of PvP it had, right? At the very beginning. But then people complained about the GVG aspect being too prominent into the game, and then they scaled it down, right? And it to the point where the game basically had no... Oh, I'm disconnecting. Yeah, well, I guess this node is not it either. But yeah, basically they scaled it down to the point where the game had no identity. Like, the thing when you play an MMO, right, that is the most important. Okay, let me just fucking PC. There you go. The thing that is the most important when you play an MMO is that MMO needs to have a killer feature. That MMO needs to have the one thing that makes you go, if I have an itch to play an MMO and I want to play that specific type of thing, this is the game I want to go for, right? Throne used to be stuff, like at the very beginning was the large scale stuff, the GVG stuff, the guild stuff, right? As time went by and they scaled down on everything and they tried to focus more on genuinely failed PvE, the game just lost everything it had. Like, the few that the game had, it just didn't have anymore. And now the game is basically... Nowadays... Well, first of all, the game hasn't really gotten any significant updates in quite a decent time, right? But nowadays, the game is just... There's no... I just don't see a reason why you would be playing Throne over any other MMO right now, is the problem. Because if you want to play PvP, you have better options. Even if you don't want to play Iron 2, you can play BDO, you can play Iron 1, right? But if you want to play a modern game, you would be playing Iron 2, right? For the PvP, because it's just significantly better. And if you want to play PvE, you have WoW, you have 14, and if you want to play something modern, you have Lost Ark, and you have Iron 2 now, right? I guess I can open this. I do have a key, right? Wait, where was it? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I mean, I kind of went on a tangent here, but yeah, that's... I hope that is a satisfying enough answer for you. Like, I did like the dual weapon aspect of Throne, right? I think there was some potential to that. It was pretty neat to feel like you could make your own build and everything, but the game kind of fell into the problem of the illusion of choice. Like, technically speaking, is there like a large variety of builds that you can technically make? Yes. But because of the way the game was built, inherently you realistically only had like a couple of classes that you could actually play. Hey Rostov, Argos boss. I just did mine. It's dead. And also, I don't know what they fucking smoked in Throne. The way they handled resources fucking sucked ass. Like, mana management in Throne is like some of the worst fucking idea of a resource management I've ever seen in a game, like, period. Like, the way mana worked in Throne and Liberty was single... If I had to point fingers at one single thing that made me fucking cringe on Throne, it was mana. Like, some classes in that game, you just had to fucking die. Because otherwise, basically, you went into fight, you blew your load, you had no mana left. And then if you didn't die, you were just stuck, like, doing fucking auto attacks. Like, you had to fucking beg your wand healers to run the MP spec on Fountain of Life and Swift Healing, and to just, like, juice your asshole up with those 24/7. And even then, even by doing that, even by running all of the MP specs on your shit, even by using the mana potion, like all of that, you were still running out of mana in like 5 seconds. I think if you play Dagger SNS, you will unlock 2 skills, for example. Oh, you mean for Throne? Rostov? Yeah, I don't have any other keys, right? Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of things they could have done to, like, help with variety a bit and so on and so forth, but inherently, and also evasion. Like, the fact that Throne focused on evasion as its main defensive layer within the game. Now, obviously, some people run endurance and so on and so forth, right? It was very meta-dependent, but the fact that evasion was the #1 leading spec for defense, and on the flip side, the fact that they just never gave enough hit for people to counter evasion on certain builds. If you were not running like Greatsword, for example, most builds just never had enough hit to hate evasion people. Like, evasion is just never a good stat on a PvP game. Like, I think we can agree, right? Like, evasion is just a dogshit stat on a PvP MMO, or a PvP game in general. It just doesn't feel good, right? And that was the main feature of Throne, was evasion. Look, man, Iron 2 had evasion at the beginning, right? It sucked ass. Everyone fucking hated that shit, right? But everyone ran it because it's fucking OP, but it sucks. It makes the game fucking stupid. And I'm so happy that evasion is just, like, gone outside of Assassins now. Can't wait for block meta kids. Cleric would be amazing. I personally, look, at the end of the day, we'll have to see. Maybe some people are gonna make the magic happen. I just don't see the value of block right now, even with the change. Because, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. On Cleric, the only inherent block that you have is the 200 block passive, right? That's the only thing you have, right? So the only reason you have to run block over evasion, which is still the better defensive compared to block, would be that 200 block, which is not enough, right? Like, you need like 4,000 fucking block for block to function, right? And even then, there's so many skills that just ignores block anyways that it doesn't matter. Like, the thing is, even with what they did to block, with like the CC prevention and so on and so forth, like, block is still worse than evasion. So if you're gonna run one of these, you might as well run evasion, you know? And the thing is, it's just not necessary as a defensive layer. Are you on evasion? No. Evasion is not really viable on classes that are not whatchamacallit, assassin. Ranger can run evasion as well, right? To some extent, but these are the only two, realistically. Like, right now, what I'm running is a regen. I'm running regen, status effect resist, and defense. I do think there is value in running crit res, though. With the build that I have, Running crit res would be decent for sure. I miss my OP Divine. Look, man, it is what it is. It is for the greater good, right? It is for the greater good. We can still manage even without it. Obviously, there's a couple of matchups we struggle against right now, but we can manage without it. Yeah, unfortunately, the Helios server I'm matched against doesn't seem to be doing like any rifting PvP, so I think this is gonna be a bit of a chill rift. We're just gonna roam, we're gonna kill some bots, maybe we find a couple of dudes, but yeah, this is mostly going to be chill. I have to do it anyways because I need the gold medals right now. Like if I do all of the gold medal stuff I have to do this week, I'm gonna be able to buy my 5th piece of Tribunus gear, so... What the? Yo, brother came out of nowhere. What in the world? What is that paid actor? Rank 1. Another Guna skin, because of course. Okay, holy moly. What are those daggers? Oh, these are the paid skin, right? Yeah. Like with the blue flame or whatever. Man, I miss when the guards were inoffensive. Yo, I could be putting a kiss down on this guy. Makes you think. Speaking of Kisk, I think my Kisk is gone because I DC'd actually. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I do have to be a bit careful then. Don't be brazen. But like in terms of the PvP right now, to me the main things they need to fix is Life Lich in the Abyss. That shit needs to go. It's fucking stupid. They do need to iron out a little bit of the balance, right? Like I think something is off with the Elementalist Ancient Spirit. I think it's doing more damage than it should in PvP, but we'll see down the line, right? And I mean, maybe specifically when it comes to Templar, right? Like Templar feels very tanky right now. So I don't know how some classes are handling Templar. When Global release, they will put some guides on YouTube. Brother, I haven't been waiting for Global to release to put some guides on YouTube. Exclamation mark YouTube. I upload multiple times a week on there. Now, the last few ones have mainly been like patch notes coverage, but I do have some more videos planned out. And then when Global approaches, I will be making like more entry level guides as well, stuff like, you know, quick class overviews and, you know, early dungeon guides and stuff like that, right? So on and so forth. Like these will come when Global is close to release, yeah. For the time being, I'm mostly focusing on the coverage of the patch notes, as well as some, you know, opinion pieces on some changes I would like to see on the game, stuff like that. A couple of guides as well, like I have an old guide, a PvP gear guide, stuff like that, but yeah. I'm probably gonna do a build coverage pretty soon as well. My Cleric. That's what I'm going for? Yeah. I'll be doing this. Like, again, that's the reason why I'm looking to play like a bit of every class, just so I can do just so I'm at least like educated enough to do some entry-level guides and recommendation when Global comes out, and so I can answer some questions too. But, you know, in due time. I do. The thing is with the ults is, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be opening the rest of my slots on this server, or if I'm just gonna, like, play the rest of the classes on a different server, like, offline, just to, you know, get a grasp for the classes themselves, without necessarily doing too much on them. I'm not quite sure yet. And the Rift is, a bit empty now. For sure. Compared to yesterday, yeah, that's pretty dead. I'll check the middle. I mean, I guess at least if I die from God, I have the self-res now. XD. Do we have any gamers farming over here? Doesn't seem so. Yeah, I mean, even if Zoomian is empty, like, I can't really expect much to be happening here. That is the disadvantage of having separate matchmaking for the Abyss and Rifting, in that the server we are matched against for the Abyss is like actually quite great, but the one we're matched against for Rifting is, you know. I mean, Ilios in general are like so absent in PvP. The one thing that I hope is not going to happen is that, because the Ilios servers are so, like, quote-unquote inactive compared to the Asmo ones, at least when it comes to PvP, I hope it's not going to end up in a point where it's only Asmos matched against Asmos, right? And 8 subs? That's a weird number. Bro, you had to manually type that. Because I'm pretty sure, right, like, when you go to offer subs, there's like, it gives you like bundles, like bundle of options, right? Like with 5, 10, 20, so on and so forth, right? Like 8 requires you to input the number, right? 80 is a better number than 72. Okay, see, now you're speaking my language. Now I understand why you did this. That's fair enough. And also, obviously, first of all, welcome back, Raiden, and thank you for the 8 gifted subs. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will be able to eat food. Today was ice soup. Tomorrow will be bread. Thank you. But yeah, I do hope that the update next week, like whatever they do with Rifting, now obviously the obvious change, right, would be to bring in some sort of like hotspot stuff, like, you know, like fates, you know, like very specific zone event that makes people move in drove to that specific location. That would be one way to like have people move around the map. But I guess the downside to that would be, it would pretty much just be Zerg PvP again, right? Like, if whatever they add next week when it comes to Rifting, I hope it's gonna be something that is organic, that makes it like valid to roam around the map at all time, not just to like go towards an objective, right? And it's not going to like encourage people to move in a force, right? Basically, I just don't want Rifting to become Abyss 2. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have high hopes. Either way, I will be taking literally anything that will make people rift more because I like rifting. Like, rifting is my preferred PvP method in this game. It was my preferred thing in Iron 1. It's always going to be my favorite form of PvP, right? I just want to see more people around the map, really. Regardless of what they do, so I'll take whatever they send, they throw my way, but yeah. I would prefer it not to be something that just drives a huge amount of people in the same location, I guess. That is a valid excuse. It is. I was okay. How was rifting? What I went earlier was empty. Yeah. I mean, it's what I was saying, right? Like, the Asmo server we are matched against right now is pretty active in the Abyss, right? The Abyss is like pretty good. But the Ilios server we are matched against for rifting is basically non-existent. They don't cross to our side. Like, I tried camping earlier today. I tried roaming on the 1 PM rift, which is like one of the most active ones. I roamed for a bit, I was not able to find a single person. And so far, every time I've rifted in Verderon, I haven't been able to find too many people, unfortunately. I feel like, dude, okay, they fixed the guards. I feel like they made them do even more damage than before, though. Bro, come back. There you go. Remember 5 seconds ago when I said I needed to be careful because I don't have a Kisk? Yeah, fuck that, actually. We send them drop siege next week. I mean, they specifically said rifting content. I mean, bro, okay. Technically speaking, there could be siege and rifting. I don't think they will do that though. I think sieging is gonna remain an abyss thing. Maybe bosses and rift and 15-second delay and teleporting into Kibalisk. Yeah, I would like to see that. I mean, ultimately, right? The bosses are still here, right? Like, these bosses exist, but most people just don't give a shit about them, right? They could make it so the bosses only spawn during the rifting locations and have multiple spawn at the same time. And like have them drop proper stuff, right? Just to encourage people going around. Although they would need specifically to encourage people to PvP flag to engage them. But it is an option, yeah. Although I will agree with the Kibalisk teleportation delay. Like that is something I need to do. You know, it feels like them spam switching server matchup is the opposite effect and people on the mindset we're getting class. I don't disagree with that, yeah. I can see where you're coming from on that. And I do agree to some extent. That being said, I think literally the only thing they're trying to do is to not discourage people, because the opposite is also true, right? If you're getting matched against a server that is absolutely demolishing your asshole, at least that comes with the caveat that the week after that you're probably gonna have an easier server, right? So there's positives, there's negatives, right? I see why they're doing it. Obviously, the most ideal one would be to always have an even match, but that is pretty hard to do. At least they're trying really hard, right? Because, first of all, they're doing the frequent swaps, but also now they're even doing like same faction swaps to make sure it's as close in power as it can be. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, personally, I think we should not swap matchmaking more than once a month. Right? I think that's reasonable. I think once a month is reasonable. And if it really is too much of a problem, they could like set up systems around getting your shit pushed in, right? Because like the main disadvantage right now is if you lose, the main disadvantage is you don't get corridors, and if you don't get corridors, you get less AP. If you get less AP, you get less stigmas, etc., right? So maybe find other solutions for that. You know what I mean? I remember Galmaros, name of map siege. Yeah. But I mean, Battle Royale was a bit different, right? In the way it was built. Like Rift is Rift, Battle Royale is Battle Royale, you know what I mean? At least in Iron 1, the opposite faction felt like the enemy. I had a reason to care. No, I agree with that. I mean, I will say that obviously the constant swap makes it so you don't really get to know your enemy, you know what I mean? And there's definitely something that is lost because of that. So I do agree with that, Rhea. There's a guy here as well, right? Yeah. All of these are fucking name classes. I mean, whatever, man. Beggars can be choosers. I just want to do the weekly at this point. Like, this server is fucking dead. I went for hitting cube, run around the map, got like 25 stigmas. Yeah. The thing that sucks is that I spent all of my keys. So I've been able to do a little bit of cubes, but not too much. Brother, you went into the one location in the entire village that doesn't have guards. That is the biggest fucking blunder of 2026. I don't know what you're doing. Like, if you want to be safe, go on the fucking crafting benches. Like, know your map, you know? Is there a guy here? Oh, that's... attack of people, I suppose. Wait, I do hope they figure it out and they don't, like, rely on switching every other week. Like, again, I think once a month is fine. But I also understand why they're doing it this way, but yeah. But yeah, most of all, I just want to see more life brought into Rifting, right? Especially with the longer TTK that we have right now. Rifting would benefit greatly from returning, because the thing with the Abyss is because of the long TTK, the map is so small and it's so fast to roam around the entire map that when you're having an intense fight against someone, because it actually lasts minutes now, it's fairly likely that during the encounter, one of you is gonna get zerged by a few passing people, right? With the Rifting map being so large, if they actually spread people on there, like, it's going to be a lot more likely to have very, very fun and interesting encounters, right? So, yeah, I hope they do something nice. Guild Wars 2 has it every 2 weeks also, I think, for World v World. I mean, that's probably what they looked at. That's probably what they looked at when they decided to, like, change a bit, right? Because initially it was once per season, so once every 2 months, right? Like, the first matchmaking we had lasted for 2 months. Hey, look, a bus. And there's no one doing it. What a surprise. But yeah. We are getting so close though. You know what I mean? Like, we are so close to the PvP in this game actually being good enough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we are very, very close. Like, dude, okay, before stream, I went and did a few more like PvP test runs. I had 2 encounters that I did that made me go like, wow, I had to play in a similar way than Iron 1 on this one. And that's a really good fucking sign. Like, I had a fight against the Glad and I had a fight against a Chanter that were very long and where I had to actually be very careful with my CD rotation, with my perfect dodges on important skills and so on and so forth, right? That I was eventually able to win. And I was like, okay, that was good shit. Like, we are headed in the right direction. Like, dude, the fight against the Chanter I had lasted 7 minutes. 7. And it was like a back and forth, right? Like, it was a back and forth. Like, he was trying to kite things, like, I was trying to kite things. We were like being very careful of each other's like movement and skills and so on and so forth. Like recognizing when the other one has buff and it was better to fall back into defensive. Yeah, it was nice. Now, granted, that the Chanter had more gear than I did because, of course, he had. You know, that's just a given at this point. But yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Like that's one of the reasons why I might do more arenas in the near future. Like, once I get my 5th piece of Tribunus gear, I think I'm gonna be down to clown. But yeah, again, there's a few things they need to like iron out, but yeah, we are getting really close. The one thing I will say though, we need forced ground PvP. That's the next step. Now, I've been forcing people on the ground, right? Like in the Abyss and everything. I've been forcing people on the ground because I just prefer to fight on the ground. But this game's PvP is just at its best when it's grounded. Flight PvP is still... It's basically dumbed down because there's no evasion, right? Like that's the main thing. There's no dodging, right? And perfect dodging and so on and so forth. So, but ground PvP is like significantly better. Because there's no wing dropping, there's no like height differences, and you have dodging, right? Like the melee classes have to dodge to do their gap closer, so on and so forth, right? I really hope they bring forth more grounded, like forced ground PvP in the future. God, there's no one, dude. Oh no. Why is this server so dead? Fucking Ilios, man. Every time. Just, you know what? Fuck it. Also match us against Asmos for rifting. I'll invade Old God. I'll do it. I'm not above it. I just want to fight people. Them adding, you can, the Duskin, yeah, reverse the effect now. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I've had people do this to me, by the way. Like, I've had gladiators and templars that, even though I was on the ground, they stayed with their wings open during the fight, just to, like, insta-gap close every time. Which is the correct way to do it, right? Like, if the game is gonna allow you to do that, then you should be doing that. I will say maybe it should make it so that if your target is on the ground, it shouldn't give you the gap close, right? I don't know. If you aren't being more aggressive at Gladiator, you're doing wrong. Yeah. I mean, the thing with Gladiator right now is... I mean, look, from the perspective of the receiver, in PvP right now, Gladiator feels like I want Glad to fight, at least. It very much is a case of... You have to watch for berserking, right? You have to watch for berserking, you have to watch for the defensive with the invuln, right? And other than that, you have to hold your remove shock as long as possible. Like, if possible, you want to force them to use the ether hold to combo extend before your Defiance, right? Which was the same in Iron 1, right? It was the same. So, from the perspective of the receiver, like, fighting Glad in Iron 2 right now, like, it feels very similar to fighting Glad in Iron 1. Like, I'm basically just covering my... Because basically, Earth Punishment right now, like, if you played Iron 1, right? Earth Punishment at level 15 functions in a similar fashion than Detonation, right? You know, the Detonation dot of Cleric? It works like this. So basically, against Glad, I'm covering my Detonation to reduce their attack. And then I'm slowly making my way through them, dodging as many stuns as possible. holding my Defiance, and then as soon as I have to pop my Defiance, I wait for the Defiance buff, and then at the end of the Defiance buff, I invuln. I pop the Impact type scroll at the end of the invuln, and then I play around my Defiance cooldown until I get it back, right? And I just like try to operate like this. And during berserking, I play more defensive, right? More kiting, more cross-duking. I make sure I always have use steal during Zikels, right? Like during berserking. Yeah, like it feels very similar, for sure. Except everyone had enough tools to hold Ethereal and just kill you while holding Rim Shot for it. I mean, I have had scenarios where I've had to Defiance, right? Like I was forced to Defiance, right? If with a Glad that pops Zikels, right, and actually chains stun and knockdowns properly, I've been able to I've been forced to Defiance for sure. Like a lot of the fights I've had against gladiators have been fairly close. Like it could have done one way or the other, right? Like Gladiator has a lot of stuns right now. At least it feels like it. I mean, I guess your dodge stun has a pretty short cooldown, all things considered. Also, I mean, you haven't done PvP in a while, right? Like they have changed they have changed grapple skills, right? Survival willpower doesn't protect you against grapple skills anymore. So grapple skills have been working consistently against me. So Glads have been able to use this. And like the thing with Mockingblade is that it does a fair bit of damage and it's also a 4 seconds knockdown, which puts you in a bad spot. Especially with the new cleave from Glad, right? When you have a Glad that puts on the cleave and then Mockingblades before you have the time to dispel it, it actually puts you in quite a bad spot. Because a 4 second knockdown with the cleave debuff is actually fairly dangerous, right? So that is one way you can force someone to Defiance. Yeah. Like I've had to use healing pots to insta-dispel the cleave debuff. Because Radiant Recovery doesn't cut it sometimes. Like sometimes it's too long of a cast. So the tools are here, right? The tools definitely are here. Also, they had an emergency maintenance to buff Gladiator's damage. So, yeah. It was going to be nasty if you will use it right. Yeah. I mean, so far I've only had... I mean, I guess the one Glad I was talking about earlier. I've only had that one Glad use cleave in like an aggressive manner. In the sense that he was popping the cleave right before a stun every time, right? He wasn't just using it on cooldown. He was specifically using it to try and force my Defiance. Which is how he should play. And like, that is the good thing about that TTK change. It's forcing people to think about PvP in a smart way. Comparing to buff what? They just increased, because you know how they separated the PvP and PvE damage formula? Well, evidently they did it in a way that allows them to adjust the scale of every class individually as much as they want. So they had a patch to... They reduced Templar Elementalists and something else damage, and they buffed Gladiator and Assassin's damage, like specifically PvP damage, with the emergency maintenance. Trying to a Glad, Iron One. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're never gonna have quite the exact same tools because, you know, we have 13 buttons on our bar, right? But for what it's worth, right? For what it's worth, on the receiving end, I had to play in a similar manner. And the guy I was fighting against was able to pressure me in a similar way to like force me to Defiance when I didn't want to use it, right? Also a 30% knockdown at level 20. Yeah. I don't think anyone has knocked me down with it though. But then again, I don't know if anyone is running Cleave 20, so deserved. Yeah, I mean, I will say that the glad buff I can understand. The assassin one though is kind of crazy because I mean, ultimately this is just again my perspective as a cleric. Like it really feels like assassin Assassin is a counter to Cleric right now. Because Assassin has a Dispel, and the Poison anti-heal you can't remove, and it stacks with the Abyss debuff, which means that when an Assassin is on you, you basically can't heal yourself, like at all. Like you can heal yourself a bit, but it's very ineffective, right? Like you're basically on a timer. When an Assassin jumps you, like you're on a timer. On my Speedmaster, when I collect the feather, don't display on map on my Ranger, yes. Any clue why? I mean, they should. They should. I mean, maybe it has something to do with maybe you've synchronized the feathers on the character, but not the other. They are changing the pets thing next week. Should I farm pets now? If I wait for next week, should I change it much? I'm assuming that if they are lowering the amount of XP required to level Genius, they're probably going to compensate us, right? So it probably won't change much whether you farm now or next week. But if you want to be safe, just do it next week. Yeah. But yeah, at the bare minimum, it is very nice to see that they made the PvP damage scaling change in such a way that allows them to just like move the sliders around as much as they want. Until like each class does the right amount of damage, right? Which is really nice that they made it that modulable. Like, fucking bravo. That is the correct way to go about it. There's no way they don't give our crystal back when they give us another tab, all that other shit. The other tab, I don't know, but if they are... Because someone was saying that they are halving the amount of XP you need to level up the Genius Insights, right? So I am assuming they're going to refund us to some extent on that. They also said they will increase soul per pet, so compensation possible. Maybe, maybe. I wouldn't put it past them, right? Now, the exact way they're going to do it, I couldn't tell you. But it is definitely possible. The craft gear isn't too strong for PvP, so I'll clip on with 4k plus good gear score. Yeah, most people are running some crafted gear. If you run full crafted gear, you're probably getting farmed though. Like, even after the patch, I have killed a fair amount of like 4.5k gear score people. But the people that run weapon guard chest piece, like, these are actually stronger than PvP gear right now, yeah. And that is something they need to address. Crafted gear is well built for PvP, that's all I got, yeah. Also, hello, Anchovy. How are you doing tonight? Or today? I guess it is the middle of the day for you. Ah, man, this fucking rift is empty as fuck, dude. Oh my god, this server is so bad. Oh, this server is so bad. Oh yeah, crafted right now for PvP. Like the weapons, the guards, and the chest piece. Legs as well, to some extent, are strong. Crafted gear isn't the same thing that happened in Iron 1. What do you mean? The PvP? I mean, crafted gear in Iron 1 was worthless, except for some weapons. But the rest of the crafted gear was just like skins, basically. It sucked ass. It's 6 AM in Taiwan. Yeah, but the Abyss is alive right now with the server we are matched against, right? And the previous matchmaking we had was active even at this time. So, you know. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, it is late for them right now. I went and rifted earlier today during the quote-unquote peak hours time. There was fucking no one either. This server just chugs, it just goggles Omega balls, like jumbo-sized balls. So I used a crafted weapon, don't remember what it was. Had the best stats for anything I could find. 65? 65 crafted. Let me think. Did we use crafted it at the in 4.x? I'm trying to remember. Because 3.0 we used it was called Sky Dragon actually, I believe, wasn't it? Because level 50 was Dark Dragon. 55 was Horn Dragon, 60 was Sky Dragon, or whatever. And then, what was level 65? Italian? Oh, I mean, that doesn't really count as a crafted weapon though. Like it's a, I mean, it is, okay. It was a morphed weapon. It is a morphed weapon. And it was equivalent to the Tiamat extendables, right? It was a crafted equivalent. Yeah. I remember because my pocket cleric spent getting all that shit, crafting it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The Catalium was the equivalent to Tiamat, and it had a blue flame instead of a red flame, yeah. Yeah, it has something you basically had to save it for, yeah. Like the salad dressing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the wrench weapons. Hopefully, surely the island has something now. The only crafted gear we use were accessories outside of Sorrow Base. There were many purple accessories. Yeah, okay. You did use some crafted accessories in very niche scenarios, specifically for magic resist and elemental defense. But, you know, it wasn't in the same sense as Iron 2, right? It was just because the crafted accessories had higher baseline magic resist on the base stats, right? And then some, like the Belic ones, had the magic defense. So if you were running a magic defense set with like the mantras on Chenta, or with what was the name of the Sork buff again? Dude, I forgot. Elemental Screen, I think it was, right? On Sork, it was actually quite potent, but yeah. Also accessibility. I wouldn't really call crafted gear on Iron 1 accessible though. Flame robe? No, the blue greater stigma. I think it's called elemental screen. But dude, I forget. It's the one that increases your magic resist by 300 and your elemental defenses. All of your elemental defenses. Nah. Those MR days were great, resisting a light burst. Yeah. Wintry is the reflect. The 7 meter, I mean the 5 meter range reflect. I'm talking about the magic resist and elemental defense buff. Elemental wall, there you go. Elemental screen was the Chanta buff, yeah. Yeah, elemental ward. I fucking hate Wintry. I mean, Wintry was an interesting button because you could play around it. Like if you had an extendable, the max range of extendable was bigger than the range of Wintry. So if you played max range against the Sork with Wintry, like you could do something. Wasn't Wintry the reflect? Yes, Wintry was the reflect. Reflect and movement and attack speed reduction. I'm autistic, I full send into Wintry. Fair enough. I will say that I've done that before, right? But like typically speaking, I remember when I played Glad, like the counterplay to a Sork using Wintry was to just like CC lock them and just max range with extendable. Like Ether hold and just max range. In some scenarios it was better to like melee range and just nuke them. If you knew you could outlast the Wintry, but yeah. One shot myself, reflect mobs and kick him. Okay, well that's... You know what, Raiden? I'm gonna time you out again. Because I played Cleric and fuck you. Now, I will say, it's fucked up that they made reflex so aggressive on Iron 1 when the sound it made when you hit someone with a reflect was so satisfying. It's fucked up, dude. It made you want to hit it. Like the sound, it sounded good, you know? Bring back Thorny Skin on Cleric. Ooh. Yo, I guess that could be a stigma that could bring back, actually. Because, again, as I said, we are going to get a new stigma next week, right? So it's fun to think about what we're going to get. Because every class basically knew what they were going to get in advance because of the data mining, right? Dude, sky's the limit. New stigma again? Yes. Okay, Raiden, maybe you missed that. You remember yesterday when I said that the self-res was fucking abominable? It was complete dog shit and basically unusable yesterday, and I was bitching about it? You remember that? OG Iron Sound Design was god tier? Yes. Yes. But yeah, basically, they did an emergency maintenance, they deleted the self-res stigma, and they merged the self-res into Light of Protection. So now our new stigma looks like this. Wait, let me remove that. Look. There you go. That's our stigma right now. Emergency maintenance. Merge the self-res into Light of Protection. Disable the new stigma. And they said you're getting a new stigma next week. Small indie company. I mean, to be fair, they can't really design a new skill in like 30 minutes. But it's pretty funny. But yeah, we are getting a new stigma now. Do you mind showing Light of Protection? Yeah, sure. So yeah. We'll just remove this again. So you can read. The stigma got outlived by the average bot. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, basically now we get self-res built into Light of Protection every 2 minutes. Isn't that great? Sanctuary is going to be a lot less stressful this week, let me tell you. Sanctuary is about to be a walk in the park now. Also, we got 20% damage tolerance into Light of Regen now. So, you know. You love those types of emergency maintenances, you know? How do we still have so many bots when we haven't been able to make any characters in Bastion and any server? I don't know, man. Taiwan is cooked with the bot situation. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, we're getting a new stigma. There's so many things they can do, right? Because obviously, right? Like you kind of have to look back at what they did on Iron 1, and then you also have to look at like what Cleric actually needs right now. And to me, there's really only two things that Cleric quote-unquote needs right now, right? Which is number one, more personal DPS, or number two, a CC of some type, right? So to me, the new stigma is either going to be Noble Energy, because Divine Aura actually doesn't do much damage anymore now. So maybe they can give us an energy that does a lot of damage alongside Divine Aura. Or, as I was saying earlier, I would love actually to have a seal. I would absolutely love to have a seal. If you give me a seal, dude, we're so fucking back. Like honestly, if there's one thing that I would like, and even though, oh my god, having a seal on Cleric is not like I want, oh my god, I don't care. I'm just looking at what I want right now. And the number one thing I would like to have is a seal. That would be insanely good. Like, give me a seal with a 30-second cooldown, you know? Hell yeah. Okay, well, there's just no one. I'm about to time out. Dude, I literally found 0 players that were not bought in this rift. That is unfucking believable. Unfucking believable, man. Ah, well. Back to the trenches. Okay, I do have to finish my Abyss Weekly, so I'm gonna do that real quick. So, I'm gonna finish the Abyss Weekly, and then I'm probably gonna do some dungeons, I guess. Yeah. How many more do I need? 200. So many bots everywhere? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude. More Odell, dude. Ooh, one plat. Okay, how many golds do I have? 36. So that would be 38. So 2 more golds. Yeah, 2 more golds. Yeah. I'm gonna get 1 more from this. I mean, I could. I mean, that would be greedy, though. Yeah, I think I just do this because I literally need to kill 12 people. Yeah. I'll just do next rift. That's. I think clerics need hallowed strike, but even stronger. I don't think we need more tools for survivability. Like, that's the thing, right? I don't think we need more survivability tool. Like, right now we need something for aggression in PvP, whether it's more damage or it's a CC, in my opinion. You try asking in chat if any non-bots could come fight you. True. Think of all the keyboards you could break. That is true, yeah. Okay, give me Hallowed Strike, but only if it makes you, like, only be able to swing once every 5 seconds. You know what? Give me a Hallowed Strike, but it paralyzes the target. There you go. That's a CC. Paralysis is a CC. I don't want to hear it. Oh, he's already basically dead. Alright, dude. Handle yourself. 10th class. Bro, just go away. Kill bots in Rift? Yeah. What did it 9-1? Yeah. Cleric gets Dark Rush. Dark Rush isn't even like that oppressive anymore, if I'm gonna be honest. Brother, like, that is not a good hiding spot. I'm gonna be honest. Like, both Overhead Slam and Dark Rush are actually manageable now, as they should be, right? Like, they are basically bursts for people who open up a proper burst window, right? Which is what it should be. Oh, I'm paralyzed. Oh yeah, also they nerfed Sorg's damage with the emergency maintenance. Now, to be fair, I haven't encountered like an actual proper Sorg at all since the patch yesterday, so I couldn't tell you if that was actually needed or not. But hey, if they did it, it probably was. Anyone from Odar on chat? Odar. What a fucking server name. So many server names that I just don't recognize because it's probably stuff from Iron 2, right? Like, dude, we are matched against Narnia for rifting. Like, what the fuck is Narnia, dude? Gold item? Yeah. I mean, these are not worth much these days. I thought it was good. Yo, come here, bro. And these guys just keep dropping from the sky, dude. Crazy. Also, I see that SM. This thing was 3.9 actually. Probably PvE. Yeah. I was watching a Guilty Templar play NR versus Cleric. They both didn't have enough damage to kill each other. Yeah. Like as I said, right? Like I had an encounter against a Chanter earlier, and it took me 7 minutes to kill him. I mean, that's basically how it was in Iron 1 as well, right? Like support duels are really long. Balance as all things should be, yeah. I mean, I'm used to it because again, that's how it was in Iron 1, right? So this is better Iron 1 camera than Iron 2. The camera, in general, the movement, the camera, everything in Iron 2 is better than Iron 1, and it's kind of not close, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, if we have to be objective, and like I went back to Iron 1 recently to like check a few things, and it's very apparent, especially if you switch into the chair. Like, people don't remember, but the default camera on Iron 1 was awful. It was fucking disgustingly bad, especially if you used a monitor that wasn't like the default size. They set yours to Narnia? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like basically the camera in Iron 2 is reminiscent of Iron 1 camera with Sugar console. it's just a better FOV, right? Iron 1 is literally perfect, just like 14. How dare you say that? True. Yoshipi is listening. He will remember this. Quick mention Decanus. Have to change topic. There's a reason I use yeah. I mean, that's also why I'm using ultra wide, right? But on Iron 1 it was actually, unless you used Sugar console, it was a disadvantage as fuck. Because of the way the FOV was worked in a capped way, right? Like it made ultra wide fucking unplayable. Iron 2 is out. I can trash talk about Iron 1, but when Iron 3 is out, I will do the same for Iron 2. I mean, hey. I've been talking shit about Iron 1's camera for the last decade, alright? I don't want to hear it. In real life, pay to win, just saying. I mean, like wide monitors are like pay to win on every fucking MMO. Not just MMOs even, like any game that allows for like wide FOV. Buy more money, true. I need to download more RAM to stop lagging in Siege. Guys, we are so close to 3.9k in PvP. I'm almost a big boy. Very close. I fell for the RAM thing already. Thanks for the photo, Agud. Oh, Agurd? Agurd. Yeah. Download more RAM once. It came with a weird program that would cover my screen. And the worst part about it, you didn't dislike that. Oh, is it the best part? Why does this guy invuln? He invuln to like kill mobs. What is he doing? Sure, I'll just Defiance. I don't feel threatened, I just want the MP. Yeah, this guy's definitely PvE gear. Oh, Chanta. Hello. Oh, this guy's actually doing some damage. Okay. Don't tell me he's also regenning on mobs. Don't do that, brother. We're gonna be here a while otherwise. That would be cringe. And not based. Oh my fucking god, brother. One must do everything to survive. Dude, the life lift shit needs to go. Okay, there you go. That life lich in the abyss is like fucking vile. He literally hit the mob once and regen to full health. Sounds like a win-win to me, that's what I'm saying. Alright, boys, I'm just trying to do my quest here. Like, can we not just, yeah. I have fucking corrosion on. Get that shit off of me. You saw the matchup this round is reactive or something 2k mobs? Yeah. Like, it's what I said, right? Like, my Abyss right now is pretty active. Now, obviously there's a lot of bots in this, like this guy is a bot, right? For example. But there's a lot of like actual players, like this guy is probably an actual player as well. Although not one that is doing a lot of damage. Yeah, fuck this guy. You may be a bot, but I will be killing you. Whatever, I'm not above it. If you have the fire mouth buff from the dungeon, they run to you. Yeah, exactly. Now, don't be mistaken. Just because I'm farming these people doesn't mean that I will not get my ass handed to me at any moment. Like, as I said, Assassin right now is really fucking rough in the Abyss. And so is Elementalist. The moment one of those attack me and they are juiced, I'm cooked. Okay, this is probably a bot, isn't it? Oh yeah, that is very bot-like. Brother, your script is fucked. I should be pretty close to being done. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Sakura's around, but I'm gonna be doing some... Actually, I think I have to run some Dramata, because I think I'm pretty close to getting another Philistone. So I might run some Dramata just to finish off my next pity before I do more Cradles. Yeah. The one problem I see with the fact that I want a seal as the new Stigma is that I don't think people have the vision right now, right? I don't know that people would be happy with Cleric getting seal. I don't know if people realize that that would actually be a good thing for Cleric. Because like most people are very like DPS pilled, you know what I mean? If it doesn't do damage, I don't want it. I guess you could do both, right? Oh, here comes the invuln. Oh yeah, that would be really cool if we got that. Oh, this guy. Okay, that's a gathering bot. Okay, let me check. Am I done? I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Alright. Cool. Excellent. I suppose we just go out now. Yeah. Bro. Alright, who's down for some dramata in the chat? I guess I'll sell these. Yeah. Just do that. $190 is pretty much the standard right now. I'm not even gonna bother with anything more. I don't want to have to relist these. Can do like 5 runs? Yeah, sure. Just let me know your name and server. I mean, I guess I can just make the room and then you join, but... Okay, I think we're good on that front. Alright. Cool, cool. Okay, do I have any stigmas to craft? I don't think I do. I have 1. Yeah, we win these. Oh, we don't. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do 14 basically. I mean 7, I guess. Yeah. I mean I could get some boots as well. And there's like no room for this. We have succeeded a single stigma craft in the last 2 weeks. God damn. I mean maybe you need to do the guaranteed one. Alright, 3700 plus. Alright. Be my guest. Go and join. Guaranteed craft angle? Yeah. I mean the guaranteed craft isn't too bad. I'm just a gambling man. But overall I think I've been breaking even on stigmas more so than anything. I mean, especially now that we get so many fucking stigmas like left and right and center from everything. Like I think it's reasonable. We got Chanta. Well, you do be juicing. But for real, no cap. Whatever, dude. It's a Chanta. He'll run. How do Chinese people call Chanta? It's not Guardian, it's Protective Circle. I'm just gonna call him Chanta, whatever. Yeah, sure. Whatever. If he doesn't understand, not my problem. The Glad isn't moving. I mean, I guess everything is voice acted here now as well, right? Since they voice acted Cradle. I wonder, okay. It's a bit of a deep cut question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Has anyone ran Sanctuary 2 this week? And have you checked if the voice acting in English is here now? I'm actually curious. Since they went and voice acted the rest, right? I wonder if they did it for Sanctuary. I mean, I guess I'll figure it out Saturday regardless. It just sucks that you have to turn on English every time you log in again. I hope they will fix that. That is Chinese. Oh yeah, I did just fucking relog my game, didn't I? Ah. I'll change it after this boss. Look at that 20% damage tolerance. Hell yeah. I'm assuming it stacks with the Chanta buff, right? Probably does. Damn, this guy's not even trying. You Kermit. True. Yeah, let me turn on English. Let's see how the English situation is on this in this instance now. Also, the Chanta did not run, so this motherfucker did not understand what I told him. Unlucky, dude. Unlucky. I'll run. Brother, if you run, we have no damage. It's fine. Oh, look at that, it's voice acted. One step closer to global, boys. One voice acted line at a time. I really hope they will give us an additional fucking slot in the bar though. Has anyone in Korea bitched about this? And thanks for the follow Friday. But it's Thursday though. Like, has anyone in Korea bitched about the fact that we have an additional stigma but no slots? How dare you? Oh my fucking god, dude. The fucking Kermit voice acting, Jesus Christ. Never again. You will get nothing and you will enjoy it. Nah, I'm sure they will eventually add it. Like, there's no way. I should unfollow for that joke again. Yeah, but then, okay. Let's meet in the middle, right? You should unfollow now, and then you follow again tomorrow. If you see what I mean. Yeah, I mean, that voice acting is okay. Although they're doing the filter thing again, which at least it's understandable now. But I prefer when the voice acting doesn't have like a strong filter to understand the voice line, because like a lot of the voice lines in this game actually are quite helpful for mechanics. Like on Bakama, for example, like the voice lines of Bakama are quite helpful. We still have an update when the Celtic Christian Taiwan will open again. No, they almost never tell us in advance when they do it. Like, sometimes it happens right after a patch, sometimes it happens in the middle of the week. Like, at the end of the day, you have two options, right? It's either you check every day, at least twice a day, right? Or you just buy an account. Like a cheap fucking account with like just a shitty level 45 just to get in the game, right? Like, there's some accounts for like 15 bucks. That would just get you in the game, right? If you're really impatient, that is an option. Although obviously that does come with the risks that buying an account always come with, but you know, 15 bucks is not that steep an investment if you just want to play the game, right? Actually, I don't want to play the games the story. I would like to start at level 1. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can just buy a level 45 characters that's you know, that's like $15, and then you just make a new character. Right? Like, just because you buy that character, like, you can make 8 characters on the same server. And if you have one character on the server, you can make an alt and bypass the character creation limit. So yeah, you can just buy that and then make an alt and play the story, right? It just, if you're really desperate to get into the game, that is an option. Yeah, I mean, the Vati sounds okay. I think the Vati sounds okay. It's definitely on the better end. Hey, this is what I did now. Look at that. They found the missing line. It is funny to me that Devati sounds better than Chromede. I'm just very bored because I don't have anything to play right now in the combat system. Oh my fucking god. And the combat system looks really like an old Blade and Soul, which I super enjoyed. Yeah. I mean, again, right, like, if you want to play, you can literally find cheaty accounts for like $10, and then you can just go from there. So it means the artifact we own are blue. Yes, it is a bit weird, but yes, that is the case. Now it's just a team color basically. I don't know if I'm making that. Okay, I'm good. That I couldn't run those on ults. Well, thinking ahead, brother. We got four artifacts today. Quite surprising, right? Because the server we matched against actually has a lot of people. We actually kind of washed them in Siege, and it wasn't close. Like I was there, and it wasn't even close. Like even in the middle rush, like based on the amount of people we had over there and they had, like, we could have gotten the second artifact with a bit of luck. Also, being sad that you can't run Corridor on your ult is some borderline psychopath shit. You could not pay me to run Corridor on an ult right now. Ain't no way. Oh, Philistine. I'm getting so many. Did they increase the drop rate on Philistines? I swear to God, I've gotten so fucking many since the patch. That I've played one of my gacha games for so long that when new events come out, I go to them and they're already done. Damn. How is that even possible? I'm getting so many Philistines. Did they... Is it still 6%? Playing this gacha for 13 years? Jesus Christ. You've basically played it as long as I N1 then. Yeah, it's still 6%. What the... Okay, I guess I'm just getting lucky then. Because I've gotten like fucking 5. My god is failing a lot. Is it a Horn Dragon? Oh yeah. Yeah, the fifth level of Orange Gear it's literally just a gamble. Like even the PD you're building doesn't really amount to anything. You just have to get lucky. Like that's why I don't want to touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. Where are you from? That is yeah, I'll say France. I'll be the guy that says France. But I've never fell into gacha games personally. I mean, I have a couple of friends who are like I was gonna say knee dip, but at this point they're probably like dig dip into gacha games. I never really got it, to be honest. I never really like got into those types of games. I'm gonna wait for everyone to be here before I use lighter protection. Don't mind me. Waiting for the glad. Oh, there we go. It's a fun tower defense. Yeah. I mean, there's gacha game and gacha game as well, right?
Crimson blood and azure shell. Shall we test mixing them?
Yeah, this guy really doesn't like want to come to me. I had no stamp to roll, so.
Crimson blood and azure shell. Shall we test mixing them?
God, that Chanto's getting fucked. I mean, he is 3.3k, I guess. I don't know what a premium content of electronicals for guaranteed characters. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the gacha games tend to be generous like that. But some of them are like a bit more egregious than others, I guess. I mean, dude, like, there's people that deadass drop hundreds of thousands into fucking Raid Shadow Legends out of every fucking game, dude. Fucking Raid Shadow Legend. I don't know. Like, I was curious as to why that was the popular gacha game, you know, like the one that everyone fucking advertises and everything. So I checked it out. It's the most mid, like, it's so mid. It is incredibly fucking mid. I mean, look, ultimately, maybe I don't get it, right? Like, maybe those types of games in general, they don't, I just don't fuck with them, right? But it is insane to me that anyone would, like, get into that, you know what I mean? But hey, no judging, right? To each their own. Can I play the gacha? I just, I don't know. Yeah. Raid Shadow Legends is trash. Oh, did you try it? I don't know. It's just, it's the one, it's the joke one, right? It's the one you keep hearing about. It's the one that keeps sponsoring people. Although, not as much lately, actually. I gotta say, I haven't seen a raid ad in like quite a decent amount of time. Maybe it fell off a bit, but yeah. Continuously play a lot of really bad games because I have nothing better to do. I mean, you're playing Ion, so. Oh, he's not with us. Never mind. Ion is playing me. Isn't that the fucking truth? Amen, brother. Ion has been taking control over my body for the better part of like the last decade. Actually, more than that. Like, I blame Ion for half of the mental illnesses that I have. At least half of them, you know? You can't blame all of them on the same... You can't put all of your eggs in the same basket. Facts, yeah. Oh, he didn't open it. That's fucking tragic. I mean, at this point, what do I use the goals for even? I mean, I guess just straight up inheritance mats, right? I don't think I'm gonna save up anything for potential. Like, obviously, if I get a piece of faded gear, I'm gonna use it over what I currently have, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to potential it up immediately. Like, I have so many things to inherit. Like, I'm basically gonna inherit my next piece of Tribunus, like, max tomorrow, right? If not tonight. And I'm gonna be crafting a demonic ring fairly soon, which I'm gonna have to inherit as well. Like, I need so many mats. Like, 20% is fucking nothing. I've gotten pretty lucky though. Like, the 2 pieces of Tribunus gear I've inherited within 5 attempts, both of them. So that was pretty decent. So I'm due to getting fucked in the ass, basically. Combat score is flawed, yeah. It's not perfect, but at least it's a better indicator because it also accounts for like stats, boards, and soul binds and whatchamacallit, genus. I don't think they can make a completely perfect metric anyways. When are they giving us yellow to orange inherit? I would assume that is the type of stuff that would happen with season 3, not before. I mean, then again, season 3 is literally like what like 2 weeks away now? It's quite close. Also, I wonder how the enhancement is going to work. I'm assuming it's just gonna count, like, if you have a diamond 5 piece of gear, of yellow gear, and you transfer, it's gonna transfer into a level 20 orange, which honestly, I'm fine with. Because getting the piece of orange gear to level 20 is like so expensive anyways, so I will take anything. If it also transfers the soulbind, like, I think that's still a win. Only 1 to 1 and you have to read plus 25? Yeah. It's probably just gonna be 20. And then you have to amplify everything. Maybe 21 if they are feeling like really generous. Yeah, let me go res this guy. Did you jump too early? I wonder. Also armor, so I don't give a shit about armor plus. I mean, I do give a shit about a little bit of diamond when it comes to the PvE armor, specifically because of Sanctuary, right? Other than that, I don't really give a shit about it, but yeah. Now, I do care about the enhancement on the PvP gear, so when we ultimately transfer to High Commander, then obviously it's going to matter, right? But even just simply skipping to... level 20 is already going to be a nice head start, especially if we don't have to like redo 90% of the soul binds. I won't tap my Tribunus shoulders at 20%. Yeah, I mean, ultimately 20% isn't terrible odds, right? It's not terrible. I might be dead. Oh my fucking god. The fucking parkour made my character jump again. Whatever. I have a free self-res, and I will be utilizing it. You stop standing in the poison, brother. There you go. But yeah, regardless of the odds being decent, like, I still have to plan out the fuck ton of stones, because 20% without PD is 20. Another Philistone, dude. What the fuck is going on? Why am I getting so many of these? There's no way. Like, dead ass, I've gotten like 6 Philistones the last couple of days. 430 ammo, I'll join that. I mean, that's fine, you don't have to push yourself. I'll just oh, Radiant Odil, look at that. Dude, this instance was winner POV. Streamer client, yeah. Not me, and what the fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna have Dude, I have 4 Fearless Stones. I'm about to get a 5th one, and I can't use them because I need to wait for my Tribunus again. That is crazy. That is insane. Playing my luck, yeah. Apparently. Let me open up to a DPS. Oh. They have a fucking refresh now. There's a button to okay. Is this just for yourself, or does this just put your lobby back at the top every time you press it? Okay. So every minute you can put your lobby back at the top, so you don't have to remake the group anymore. That's really good actually. Interesting. I did not even see that in. Dude, was that mentioned in the patch notes? I didn't even see that. I mean, that's a good change though. It's been there a few weeks already. Wait, what? You're kidding. Why do people still break their group to reform then, if it's been there for a while? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I did not even notice that button was here, right? So I'm assuming most people didn't. Stupid. Okay, fair enough. Okay, question. Is that button also available on whatchamacallit? Sanctuary? Because like that's the big one, right? The Sanctuary lobbies are the one that take a while to refill, so. But I haven't had to join a Sanctuary pug in a long time, even on ults, so. Oh, look at these lazy fucks, dude.
Shall I use these draconic for nourishment? Crimson blood and azure shell. Shall we test mixing them?
Is the Glad just like straight up fucking AFK? Brother. At least pretend to be part of the team. Oh, there he is, finally. How come I can't add you? Is my friend just full maybe? Did you remember to put the server contraction after the name, like in bracket nem? Like you have to do that. Also, are you Asmo or Eos? That I guess that would be worth asking as well. you know at first question, are you of the right faction? Did yesterday's maintenance change Cleric some more? Yes. Yes. They removed the dog shit self-res stigma and they merged it into lighter protection. Yeah, I saw your friend request, so I will be accepting it in just a moment. But yeah, they removed the self-res, they're gonna give us a new stigma next week, and they changed light of regen. You have 20% damage tolerance instead of 5. We're struggling a bit with this mechanic. Not opening a shop, brother. Just fucking run. But yeah, like they changed that about Cleric, and they also changed the damage formula of some classes in PvP, right? Like they increased the damage of Gladiator and Assassin, and they reduced the damage of Sork, Chanta, and Elementalists a little bit. Not by a very significant amount, but you know, just a little bit. I should probably add I should probably like pin a comment on my patch note video that gives a quick rundown of the changes for the emergency maintenance. Actually, I'll do that after stream. These guys are just waiting. It would be going faster if you guys came destroy the barrier with me, though. You know that. I guess I could be using Diviner on this. Whatever. Whatever, man. I'm just gonna remove the fucking bind that disables other potions. I feel like I'm hitting it by accident sometimes. Or like, I don't know if it turns itself off or something at some point, or if I'm just hitting it on accident, but either way. There's just no reason to turn it off anyway, so I might as well just remove the bind. If you can. I mean, I'm assuming you can. Damn, bro doesn't give a shit. The ranger has decided not to engage with the mechanic.
This poison land will be your grave.
Damn, wasn't far enough. I mean, the res could have gotten him. Oh, was it too far away? Well, I guess I'll be waiting 50 seconds then. It is what it is. How the fuck did he die over here, actually? Does Nightmare Skin help your closet? I'm assuming they do, right? Because they are shared across characters, so I'm pretty sure you can even like run Nightmare on ults and use them on your main, right? So yeah, they most definitely do. I can raise him in 10 seconds. There you go, bud. Just in time to die again. I hope you're happy. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Well, I literally just used my res, so you guys are good to use a stand. Oh, hopefully this guy DPS the boss enough, right? Surely. Oh, I forgot about this. Oops. Oopsie.
My children still need me.
Alright. I mean, I got one of those fluxes. Like these fucking things are 2 million right now. Like it's a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. Right. I'll take one of these. I'm gonna need these to craft the ring, so yeah, I'll just put it aside, I guess. I need like, I believe 35-40 mil to craft my ring before the end of the season, so yeah. I had 14 mold skills for empty closet. You'll have that in no time. 14 is nothing. That's like less than a day. But yeah. Alright. Anyways, fellas, people of the internet, I will be done for the night. So, typically Friday is my day off. That being said, I might do an NA stream again, a late stream, so I'll let you know if I want to do that. So just keep an eye on my Discord announcements, I guess. But yeah, for the time being, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna bed soon. It is midnight here. So thanks for watching today. Thanks for the subs, the resubs, the gift subs, all of the subs, and the follows as well. Make sure to follow the channel on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. There's no one to host right now, right? Let me see. Yeah, no, there's no one to host. Unsurprisingly so. It is a bit late, so yeah. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good night if you're in the EU. And yeah, I will probably be seeing you tomorrow. GG's.